I am Dr. Shun Huddleston.
And I am Dr. P. Ryan.
Mother.
Storyteller.
Wanderlust.
Friend.
Workout Barbie.
All around good time.
And we are
the Rosé Thorns Podcast. Hey, love bugs, and welcome to another episode of the Rosé Thorns Podcast. I am P. Ryan.
And I am Dr. Shun.
And we are so excited to be here again.
We are. Happy to be here.
We are. I mean it.
No, in real life. In real life.
How you been, Brian?
Child.
What's
One thing about me, I'm going to the airport.
I love it.
You want to know me, catch me at the air.
Right? Yeah.
Out.
Alicia Keys says, packing her bags. Gotta go, gotta go.
Gotta
She's
go.
a Samsonite woman.
That's whatever. Right. I'm that. Whatever. Samsonite. Yes. Do I like Samsonite? I don't know.
I love a Samsonite luggage.
You know, thinking about travel, quite a few travel plans for the rest of this year, but one in particular that was unexpected was for my birthday. So typically, just take a little girls trip, do a little 1-2. So this year, though, it's going to be more of a family trip and something we've never done before.
I love it. New year, new thing.
Yeah, my aunt, it's my mom's sister, her birthday is November 4th.
Okay.
And mine's October 28th. So I expect a lot of love on October 28th, people. So
I'll send you some early Halloween pics.
Yes, I love that. so what, I had invited my cousins and she's like, oh, I was thinking about, taking my mom on a trip. And so we basically talked about it being like this new family trip. So I'm super excited.
I love that.
I think it's going to be okay.
I think it's going to be great.
It's going to be like a mini family reunion lightweight.
Let's get it.
And I have a really cool, fun family.
Yeah.
So they're a good
Family
time.
affair.
They are a good time. So
I love it.
that, and then where else am I going? Oh, for Thanksgiving. I'll be in Hawaii.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yes, I'm doing that somewhere on Thanksgiving, doing my thing. So I'm excited.
I love that for you. That's
Thank
really
you.
sexy.
Thank you. We got old Denver coming up too for APA.
We will be in Denver hiking and taking pictures. I'm excited.
I know.
Is this our first trip?
Is it? Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I think
We'll
so.
come back with the tea. We'll see if we made it or broke it.
And maybe some cute pictures to post from hiking in Denver and having a good time. But yeah, I'm excited about that.
First friend trip.
Yeah, I
love
know.
that.
And I'm also looking forward to some of like the sessions and things to learn. I have a lot.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I looked, kind of did a little, I think you said you had looked at it as well and you saw some things that you were interested in. So I'm definitely looking excited about the sessions, excited to see people.
Yeah. And this will be for the American Psychological Association conference.
Yeah. Preference that for sure. And then as I mentioned before about being the incoming president-elect for Division 35, I'll be into quite a few meetings.
Yeah.
So to get that started. So I'm excited. What you been up to?
I have just been living,
Living, and that is enough.
That's enough.
That is
and
enough.
I've been living with you. We recently went out to dinner.
We did.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I had a great time.
You love an anchovy, apparently.
Yeah. You just gonna put me out here?
I was like, you want this?
I love an anchovy.
You love an anchovy, honey.
And a Caesar salad.
And a Caesar salad. It made you so happy.
Yes.
I love that.
And
for
I
you.
will tell the people you made me cry. Sean's a bully. She's a bully. Just kidding.
Made him cry.
With the warmest words.
With the nicest love.
Thank you. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
those words.
You're
They
welcome.
fill me even to today.
Oh, it makes me feel good.
But during our hangout,
Yes.
I left and didn't tell you one thing.
I had gotten sleepy. So, I'm no good at that point. I'm ready to go.
It's okay.
I was like, I gotta go to
It was
bed.
fine. It was fine.
Okay, so what was it?
So, I go to church, right?
Yes, you do. One thing about you, you go to
I
church.
do be at
You
the
go
church
to serve
house.
the Lord.
I be at multiple church houses. Okay.
He sings also at church.
Yeah, a little bit.
I told you business.
Just a little bit. But you also go to church too.
I do.
So to you, what is the purpose of church? How does it make you feel?
That's a good question.
What do you get from it?
It's a guide to my life. I'm from Mississippi, as we know.
Yes, not Alabama.
MI curriculum. And so, I was raised in church. My grandmother was such a person that believed that we all should be in church. Avid believer in God and God's teachings. So I grew up in the church, and in Mississippi dirt roads. That makes me sound old, but I'm not that old.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm a big age, but I'm not old.
Mm-hmm.
But dirt roads, I remember, all my grandmother grandkids piled up in her two-door car flying down the road, and it's dust and rocks flying everywhere to get to church, and it's hot in there because they don't have any central AC.
Yeah.
I remember, Easter speeches and all the fun things. I remember praying a lot, definitely before meals, definitely at night with my mom. So it's played a huge role in my life, right? It's been just a space, a framework for how I want to live my life and how I want to treat people.
Yeah.
So it's been a source of support, right? A guide in the dark days whenever those come about. So it's been huge. What I will say though, one thing that was particularly just interesting and important about my life, like my mom would not allow us to get baptized when we were little, which is like unlike Baptist type dynamics at church.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever told you this.
Interesting.
She did not. And I was like, oh my God, I remember growing up thinking we were all going to go to hell. I was like, this lady is not doing what she's supposed
anxiety.
to do. Right?
That
like,
church
this lady
anxiety.
is not doing what she's supposed to do.
Yeah.
She gonna get us all killed. But I remember like as I got older, I was like asking her, why were we not baptized? Like we were like these like demon children. And she was like, because I wanted that to be a decision you made on your own and that you knew what you were doing.
I love that.
I said, girl.
Yeah. She ate that.
She ate it.
She ate that.
I was like, all right, Mom, you know what, girl, say less.
Yeah.
So I did get baptized when I was an adult and I knew what I was doing and I was going through the process. But I thought that it was like uniquely different from like most like Black family dynamics. And when it came to like, in particular, like I said, like, Christianity, baptism and things like that. So that, but yeah, I mean, to answer your question, like church has been just a place that's just grounded me throughout my life.
For sure.
Yeah.
I love church. Right?
I know you see. I mean, one day he's gonna bless us with some singing. But...
Maybe not. Y'all can pay me though. Behind the paywall. The church for me, I've been going to church since my head was at my knee. Okay. Or maybe even my feet.
Right.
I have gone to churches in the U.S. I've gone to churches in the Caribbean where my family's from.
I have not done that. That's interesting.
I love church.
You love church.
Yeah. My grandparents actually, so my family's from Jamaica.
Yeah.
My grandparents had a hand in building the church where our like family community.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So your church has just been a center of your life.
Me, huh?
It is in you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for me, church is a place of like peace.
Oh, absolutely.
It's where I get my spirit fed.
Yes.
Even in times
I love a good song.
Huh?
They be praised.
Yes.
They be praised with you.
Even when like the church was not, it didn't feel like the safest space for me.
Yeah.
Right? It has always been a place of peace. But let me tell you about recently.
Oh, we got story time.
Peace turned to war real.
In the church house?
In the church house.
They be having drama too.
I had to put on my war clothes.
Not the war. you had to put your boots on.
And it was so wild because it was back to back. Okay, I had to have on the full armor of God.
That was the devil.
Wasn't it?
The devil had presented it. Because they go to church too.
And let me tell you, so in church, I'm not just a member, but I serve on certain teams.
You do, right. I do know that.
And back to back that day, I interacted with two people, and I'm not going to give too much of the situation.
Yeah.
But the gist of it was basically, I did something, right, to help the machine run, our certain sect of ministry run.
Okay.
They felt a way about it, literally had an interpretation about what my motives were.
Mm-hmm.
Tried to follow up with me about it and literally tried to sun me.
So they made some assumptions.
Had some interpretations, and tried to accost the doll.
No.
Huh?
Off with their head.
Huh?
What happened?
They can keep their heads on, but what is going on?
So what happened? What did you...
So in that moment,
okay,
right, in both moments, again, back to back.
Back to back.
I had to ask, what was your interpretation of the thing that I did?
Right.
Gave them a space to share what they thought. And basically they had this interpretation that I was trying to make them look foolish or like, make them look in a negative light. And I'm like, no, sweetie, I wasn't even thinking about you.
And sometimes I don't have to make you do anything. You're going to do that by yourself.
Hello, lights.
Right.
Huh? So when I explained what my intention was for these actions, you looking at me, I'm looking at you, we just looking awkward.
And everybody confused.
Right.
So, okay. And then from their understanding of the situation, interpretation, what did you do with that?
So I highlighted for them, that interpretation you made is not where I was aligned. And this actually sets up a beautiful conversation for us to talk about intention versus impact.
I agree.
But I want to save that for another show Just because.
I do like that. That would be a good conversation because intention does not negate impact.
Right. And I'm willing to hold the impact, but at the end of the day, that action would still be the same today, tomorrow, yesterday, whenever, because it was still in the purpose of the ministry and capacity in which we serve.
Yes.
Right. I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about the ministry.
Right.
Not to say that your feelings aren't taken into account, but you created this entire narrative that I wasn't an author in that. Right. So what I actually wanted to bring us into conversation about was interpretation.
Right.
First.
Right.
You want to jump off?
Yes, I will, because
interpretation is?
Interpretation is the explanation of something or some type of situation or occurrence, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the most simple way to break down like what interpretation is.
Yeah.
But also,
can I add the psychologist way?
Go.
All right. So you did the simple way. In dialectical behavior therapy, right? It's this type of therapy created by Marsha Linehan in the late 1980s. It's all about emotion regulation, interacting effectively with people, so interpersonal effectiveness, tolerating distress, and increasing your mindfulness skills, right? In the emotion regulation module, she talks about interpretations and how sometimes we get hijacked by emotions.
We do.
In different situations. But when we are getting hijacked by emotions, which then leads us to acting out or accosting people at church, right? Or even just feeling a type of way, as we often like to say, I felt a type of way. We're not oftentimes reacting to the facts of the situation. We're reacting to our interpretations about what happened.
You know what I like to align that with?
Yes.
You made it up.
In the words of Candy Burris on Housewives of Atlanta, you made that up.
You made it up. And you were responding to what you made up.
What you made. Hello. In DBT, Marsha Linehan highlights that it's not the actual situation that we're oftentimes reacting to.
Right.
But it's the interpretation that we have made about that situation. And so I just have to ask you.
Oh, goodness.
Have you ever fallen victim to, faulty interpretations or people making faulty interpretations about you and that contributing to a dynamic that you have to navigate?
Oh, absolutely. Another story time.
Story time.
Way back when. So when I went to undergrad in Louisiana, I'll tell people I am an introverted extrovert, right? People are like, you cannot be an introvert. I kind of am. Like, I can get kind of quiet into myself, and Lord knows I like being by myself and doing things by myself. So that's easy work for me. And sometimes I have to remind myself to be around people. Like, I haven't seen Patrick in a long time. Let me message him, whatever. But to further answer your question, so when I was in Louisiana, people just assumed I was just stuck up. And I've never had a problem making friends or, being sociable with people. But in that capacity, like in a lot of ways, it dictated that once, like initially when I got to school. So I didn't have a lot of friends initially. Now, over time I did. But like people who would see me on the yard, they would see me in the dorm, et cetera, and that would be male and female, they wouldn't really talk to me, or it wasn't a friendly dynamic. And I'm from Mississippi, and we don't meet a stranger. But but then moving forward, if they saw me in the cafeteria, or they saw me at some event, or saw me in class and saw me interacting with other people, and they eventually spoke to me and talked to me, they were like, "Oh, I thought you were so stuck up, so I just wouldn't talk to you." I'm like, "What?" I got judged based off what exactly? You don't even know me.
Being an extroverted introvert.
You don't even know me.
Yeah.
You haven't talked to me. You haven't spent any time with me. You haven't done your due diligence. Nobody knew me to gossip about me. They just saw me on campus all the time, and I would be by myself.
Yeah.
And so from that, it was just a slow build up in making friends. Now, when I left there, tons of friends, knew tons of people. It was all fine. But initially, it was a rough start in that type of capacity.
I resonate with that so much, especially like in this situation, because I'll be honest, at church, like I'm not a social person.
Yeah.
I come, I serve in the capacity I serve in.
And go on.
I grab my little bag and go home.
Right.
And people do not know me, but what they don't know is that that's because of my history with the church. Right? Church for me I've always been there. I love what it offers me. Yeah. But it's not always been a good time interacting with people. So coming to Houston, I was just like, I'm going to protect this sacred space.
Absolutely.
Right? You don't get too much of my business. I don't need too much of yours.
Right.
I don't need to hang out too much.
Right. Let's do what we're supposed to do.
Right? And we're just going to do what we need to do.
Absolutely.
And I think that may also contribute to this idea of you may be stuck up, or your actions are now trying to highlight some negative view of me, right? And honestly, this is not, I also resonate with being kind of this extroverted introvert, right? I'm just an anxious girly. Like, I can't do too much, right? But I love people, right?
Right, we other too. Love
but
people.
This is not the first time I've gotten feedback where folks have made like negative interpretations about my intentions.
Right.
And so when I go to my trusted like friend group, right, and have conversations, one theme often comes up, and I would love to hear your reaction to this. A lot of my homegirls, a lot of my homies, they'll be like, well, do you think that person's intimidated? Do you think those interpretations stem from intimidation? Right? What do you think about that?
I think sometimes, yes, that could be the case. Because I think as a society, and we see people, and we may see the things that they do and outside appearances, seeing how you dress, seeing the things that they think you have, right? They don't know.
They don't know. I only got a blanket and $2.
Right. I ain't got no money. Okay. No, but that, your presence can be intimidating. You being a doctor can be intimidating. I don't know how much of that information you shared at church, if they know or not know about sort of your career and educational background. But all those things can be intimidating. You're a leader. And I think people who are not, can tend to sort of assume different type of ideas around that person's qualities and who they are as people. And that's intimidation, right?
Yeah. And what is intimidation? Right?
What's our definition?
Our definition of intimidation is having an interpretation, right, that some interaction, some person, some situation is a threat.
Right.
It's threatening.
It's threatening. Right.
Which causes you some anxiety, can cause you some fear or some unease. And this is what makes me laugh a little bit, because imagine you're viewing me as a threat in this capacity, and you know what's going through my head? Don't have a panic attack. Is your fly open?
Right.
What you gonna eat later on? Are we gonna work out later? When is this over?
I'm ready to go. What time?
When can I sit down?
What do I gotta do when I get home?
Imagine that's going through my head.
But that's just saying, like, while they are coming up with all these ideas and interpretations and
I don't know what's going on. Right.
You're not thinking about them. You have zero thoughts about them, and you're like, what is happening? And then you have what may seem like a mild interaction that turns into this dynamic that
chaos.
You know what I mean?
Confusion.
Right. That is, misled by, these false beliefs and things that the other person has made up about you that you got to try to figure out.
Sowing seeds of chaos in my fields of peace. That's from Greenleaf. You ever heard
one
that?
thing about you got a quote.
I love a show.
A quote in a song.
So in the vein of intimidation,
right?
I did a little deep dive, right, into the factors that can make one feel intimidated, and you already named a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And some of these are coming from Chris McLeod, who is a social worker. Based out in Canada, and he does a lot of work around helping people kind of unpack social anxiety and be less socially awkward, right? And you hit the nail on the head. Some of the things that can make people feel threatened or intimidated, going back to your college experience and even some of the things you said, people who are super outgoing. Folks and
I really am a super outgoing person once you get to know me.
Once you get to know me.
But I'm a good time.
Right.
And I have a huge personality, obviously. Right. But
folks who are confident. Popular or charismatic. And that doesn't have to be spoken.
It doesn't. And I have a friend that says this about me all the time. He's like, one thing about you, you do not lack confidence.
Huh?
I wasn't raised to lack confidence.
Right.
I don't know what that means.
Me, the doll, will pump into a room, even if I'm sweating in the inside. All right? I went out and had brunch with a homegirl the other day. She was just like, ma'am, where are you going?
Right. To brunch.
Right, pumping through.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
People who have these assumptions, these interpretations that you will judge them.
Right. But then, like, how are they placing your power of being a person that can judge?
Right. I'm not Judge Judy.
Girl, I don't
even care.
I don't care. That's what I say that, like, I don't even care.
And the gag was, in one of those interactions, I literally said, I'm not here to shade you.
I don't. Yeah.
Don't even care. Not invested.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To get this one. You're going to appreciate this one.
What?
Another factor that can make people intimidated. Good-looking people. Huh?
I got it from my mama.
Huh?
And well, I'm just...
Blame the Grants. I mean, I don't...
But like, I agree with that. I didn't, and I think I shared like a little bit of this prior to you. I didn't grow up, everybody in my family looked like me more or less. Like, I didn't feel like I looked anything special until I got to undergrad.
Yeah.
And not that I thought that I looked anything special, but it would be the remarks. Look at Miss Mississippi. I'm not Miss Mississippi.
I'm just here.
I'm just here trying to go to school.
Present.
I don't know what my class is.
I'm just a girl.
I haven't decided to do. I'm just a girl.
I'm going to go through a couple more because these are so good.
Right. It's so funny.
People can be intimidated by people who are in a position of authority or who are knowledgeable or competent.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
In this position that I serve in at church, I didn't just pop here. Right? I've been working on this craft for years.
You deserve it.
Huh? And I'm not really a leader. I'm just there. Making suggestions.
Right. But
that are well-informed.
While probably other people are not. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if they do make a suggestion, it probably doesn't make much sense. And so you can't do much with that. But yours, on the other hand, does. Yeah. So here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
All right, let's do 2 more. These ones are like heavy hitters. So
oh, God.
For last.
Are we ready?
This one's interesting.
Which one?
People can be intimidated when they are members of your gender. Now, here you identify as woman?
I do.
I do identify as lady, but I'm a man. Okay. Just a lady. Just a lady. There is unspoken competition sometimes when you get into same gender spaces.
It is.
Right?
It is.
Like some would call it dick swinging contests.
It is. Oh, yeah.
Right? Women sizing each other up.
Sizing each other up, trying to like pull you apart of what you have, what you don't have. Mm-hmm. Just even, I had mentioned earlier when I was at the photo shoot, and not that I felt like she was trying to pull me apart, but this lady was just staring at me. And she goes, your lips look like they've been dipped in rose petals. I said, girl, thank you, I think. Right?
Are you trying to eat me up?
Right, I don't know what's happening right now. Yeah. She's like, I just didn't, put a lot of energy into like, my makeup and things like that. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I did.
Sizing up.
I did.
Right.
Shout out to Elena's Vanity.
Hey.
And Monica.
Huh?
My hair.
Oh, hey, Monica girl.
Shout out. Hey, girl. Hey to both of y'all. Love y'all.
And here's another one that really rocked my socks.
What?
People can feel intimidated when they take certain stereotypes to heart. Can I flesh that out a little bit more?
Yes, please. I was going to ask you that same one.
When people see you, right, and they have internalized or hold these certain stereotypes, their intimidation may come from not wanting to be associated with what they see in you.
Give me an example.
So an example, we at the church house. Let me tell you, the same way I show up here is the same way I show up to church. Gay.
Very.
Okay?
Exponentially.
Very gay, right? Some men... Right, we're in Houston, we're in Texas, still hold these homophobic discomforts.
They do.
Right? So you see me pumping through, right? Ooh, I'm not too close, right? So then if I critique you, you may take that to heart.
Right.
What this girl do?
Right.
Right? So sometimes people can be intimidated when they are interacting with people who hold and represent the stereotypes that they have negative views about. Absolutely. Not saying that it was this person, but we're just exploring the factors that can make people feel intimidated.
Right.
What do you think about that?
That's crazy work, and that they need to do a deep dive and some self-reflection about themselves and these stereotypes that they've created that are not fair and that likely don't make any sense and that they made it up.
Not a one, right? So then let's talk about, in this conversation, we have talked about both interpretation and intimidation, right? Which one you want to tackle as far as like how we can better navigate?
Interpretation.
You want to tackle interpretations?
I think we should. I think that's a good space because I don't think people think about like the context of interpretation. But I can still do intimidation too now.
Okay. Let me have you do intimidation.
Okay, I do intimidation, you do interpretation. Okay,
just because I started off talking about interpretations in the frame of Marshall Linehan.
Oh, yes, that's fair. Go ahead.
And this is not therapy, by the way.
We are not therapizing anybody. There's
not a soul.
There's no card on file. And there is no consent form signed.
Not one.
Go ahead.
Not one. However, if y'all are interested in DBT, Marsha has a big bag of tools. And one of those tools in helping us manage the interpretations that can, again, lead to emotional hijacking and lead to ineffective behavior is checking the facts. Now, checking the facts is a very complex skill. It's not just an intuitive thing. And it has a step-by-step process. I'm not going to give you all the steps, right? Because this ain't therapy.
But reading is fundamental.
But what I will say is, two of the things that we do when we check the facts is understand what is the threat that's happening in this moment, right? In this situation that I'm navigating, what is the threat that I'm perceiving? And also, what are the facts of the situation? And does the threat that I'm perceiving align with the facts?
Right.
That in itself can help change the intensity of that emotion or change the interpretation.
Right.
All right?
I agree.
When it comes to intimidation, Miss Mississippi.
Hey, I think it's important, when this intimidation dynamics happen, that you challenge your beliefs about certain people, certain groups. Do your due diligence in questioning these thoughts that you're having that may or may not be true. Likely not true. Yeah. Likely it's been a space where you've made it up based off whatever past experiences or maybe something someone told you.
For sure.
And you've just really gained this big misunderstanding about it and have developed, some intimidating feelings around it. So it's important that you challenge them. You do your due diligence to do that. I think another one is just spend more time, put more personal energy into getting to know the person that you think intimidates you. Like,
in a way that's like exposure therapy.
Yeah,
right?
you might learn something.
You're seeing this threat. Lean into the threat.
Into it. Like, see what it is about this person that's so intimidating for you. Is it because this person has a high level of education? Is it because this person presents themselves a certain kind of way that's predicated based off their confidence and knowledge base? Maybe that's something you could put some energy in for yourself.
Yeah. Lean into the fear.
Right. Lean into it. And then I would say lastly is like process past experiences that may trigger some of these thoughts around intimidation.
For sure.
And if it's something that's really impacting relationships or the way you navigate different spaces, particularly with work or in your love life, go seek out some therapy. Figure out what that's about so that you can show up differently.
Absolutely. Listen, with the history, church intimidates me, but I'm still there.
You're still there,
and
right?
I still get what I need.
You do.
So with that being said, we thank you for your time. You don't have to thank us for this information we gave you, but as always,
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you for tuning into the Rosé Thorns Podcast.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Special shout out to LP and the Hive.
This podcast is produced by Braxton Turner, Dr. Shun Huddleston, and Dr. P. Ryan Grant.
Join us next time. But until then, keep blooming.